Y'all, we're back. Stage select. What are we on today? Oh, that's right. Chip 3 in a row. Okay, let's take a look. Let's refresh ourselves a little bit here. Expand the chat a little bit. Also, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's how you're supposed to do it. Something like this. Imagine. Okay, you only get one chance to make a first impression, but imagine if we got it on the very, very first one. That's the way you do it? Remember when they did play the guitar on the MTV? Gen X stand-up comedy? Gen X, Godspeed You Black Emperor used to be like they used to play the guitar on the MTV, something like that. Oh, that ain't working. Oh, but you ever have your shuffled playlist serve you up like thematically linked songs and it makes you believe in the existence of God? Today it gave me Synchronicity 2 by The Police, the exact song that I wanted to hear. And then right after that, it did give me Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. And I was like, ooh, a little double sting, man. I appreciated that. The Killers are church music? I know that's right. Sometimes the RNG does hit. You're not wrong. So I want pork roll or hash brown on my bagel today. I'm not trying to moralize. Do you deserve the carbs? Some days you deserve the carbs, and some days you haven't earned them. That doesn't mean you can't have them, but there's days where you're like, this is fuel, and there's days where you're like, this is a treat. Come on, man. Just say yes. Well, honestly, I like a carb max bagel. I got nothing wrong with that. Putting the hash brown on the sausage McMuffin goes crazy. And sometimes meat on the bagel, it depends on the kind of meat. Okay, smoked salmon notwithstanding, the faker the meat, the better it works on the bagel. Salami, mortadella, like the most processed lunch meat you can get seems to hit great on the bagel. When your mom accidentally buys like the real turkey that has like muscle and tissue and sinews and stuff in it, then you put that on the bagel and you're like, what the hell, man? This isn't the right texture for this bagel. Spam bagel might be too far. Anyway. Sorry, I had to clear my throat a little bit there. Head cheese bagel. Sitting on the Eiffel Tower. Something like that. Man, you better naughty boy, you let your hair grow long. Head cheese bagel. Head ass bagel? Yes, man. That's what it's all about. I went to the gay Bob Dylan concert and he sucked ass. Truth in advertising, bitch. I want the gay Bob Dylan bit. I think it's played out, but I was kind of like riffing on it in my head while I was making breakfast this morning. It's kind of like too easy because he has 735 songs. But I want splooge, do 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 do. I want splooge. It's a little like hacky, but it just works, man. I sucked Bob Dylan off on stage. Who the hell are you? That is pretty good. Yeah, straight Freddie Mercury. Straight Freddie Mercury. Well, I don't even know what that would look like. Because We Are the Champions might actually be the straightest song of all time. Like, I'm straight and I don't feel good about listening to that song because it's so straight. Like, it's almost too straight. The only reason I can listen to it is that it was written and performed by a gay man. So there's like a little bit of, I don't know, some irony in there, I guess. Freddie Mercury was gay? I couldn't believe it. Freddie Mercury was gay. I mean, women loved him. Mama Cass, ham sandwich. He banged women too? Okay, quit bragging. I don't know why in my head all I can think of is Freddie Coomer. Imagine that would be a real nightmare on Elm Street, man. When Freddie Coomer invades your fucking dreams with his gooning glove. I haven't really seen the movie. He's got claws on his hands though. There's no doubt about that. Okay, hold. No way is he gooning with those claws. I think you could do it. Assuming that, like, I mean, if he's got the same tackle that I got, you're probably not at any risk. I don't think anyone else would let him close to their junk if he had claws like that. They would be like, you got to get a manicure or something. I just saw the comment, this is the one. And then the two went just flying onto the rug, man. That's what it's all about, man. It's all about belief. Did they cast Mark Wahlberg as Odysseus because they both... Sorry, but let me see this one. There's a lot of problems with this. Since they both blinded an innocent man in a fit of rage. Okay, I have to tell you something. You probably owe Matt Damon like a huge apology. Because that is not... Matt Damon and Mark Wahlberg are two different guys. Now, I know you could easily get it confused because Matt Damon is from Boston. That being said, as far as we know, Matt Damon's like pretty chill, man. Except for that shit that he did on Mars or whatever in Interstellar. Other than that, he seems okay. Not bad. Yes, Matt Damon, my crypto king. Matt Damon rugged me. He wasn't on Mars in Interstellar? Well, it wasn't fucking Earth, bro. See a movie sometime. That shit was not Earth. Well, what the irony, I guess, is that it must have been filmed on Earth, I suppose, but... Now that I think about it. Matt Damon definitely much better actor than Mark Wahlberg. Damn, dude, you must have been fucking wondering how Mark Wahlberg didn't win Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor for The Departed, right? You were like, this guy's playing like 6 of the roles at the same time. He's having conversations with himself and shit. That's crazy. Marky Mark, better singer though. I mean, Good Vibrations is still kind of a bop. I'm not fucking with Mark Wahlberg. Didn't he and Mel Gibson announce that they're starting an anti-woke film studio as well? I'll follow their career with great interest. The Passion of the Christ. Dude, there's actually a legitimate chance they might make an alternate history 9/11 movie where Mark Wahlberg actually stops that shit from happening. It could be like his Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or something like that. Hey, Muhammad Atta, is that your real name? It's gonna throw like a fucking the flight attendant cart right through his solar plexus. to, she could be like a flight attendant, or she could be the pilot for all I know. I'm not trying to be a misogynist. She's a very capable young woman. Who's gonna play Muhammad Atta? It's gonna be hard because the studio is anti-woke. That's gonna be tough. So I'm thinking de-aged Ben Kingsley, or possibly like Michael Pena or something like that. That might be as close as they could get. Kevin Sorbo, yeah. Well, I don't think he would ever do that though. Oh, that was like one of the most beautiful threes I've ever seen, man. Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson is Muhammad Atta. That being said, for all the virtue signaling I'm doing here, I would watch a movie where they beat the shit out of Richard Reed. Because thanks to that motherfucker, we all have to take our shoes off at the TSA every single time. It's been like 25 years or something like that. Every single time you got to take your fucking shoes off. Dude had shoes full of like plastic explosive or something like that. Tried to light him up mid-flight. 20 years later, we're still living under the Richard Reed administration. Who? Richard Reed? The shoe bomber? Sometimes I forget that many of you were not like alive or conscious in 2001 or 2002. You know, you wouldn't know shit about that. You wouldn't know shit about freedom fries. You wouldn't know shit about... Hey, you wouldn't know shit about watching mainstream coverage of the Abu Ghraib prison, where they were like, experts are divided on whether this is bad. You wouldn't know shit about that, man. I remember freedom fries. If you remember it, you weren't really there, man. What was your 9/11 like? So I was in the 8th grade, and then we were at recess. When we lined up to come back into the class, all the teachers were like whispering to each other, and we were like, "That's weird." And then we got back into the class, and our teacher made like an announcement to us about what was happening in New York. And at the time, I swear to you this is true, our classroom had one computer. So I sat down on the computer, and I don't know where I went. I probably went to like CNN.com and read the live blog or whatever it was of what was happening to the whole class. And I also was like, I have said this before, I was talking to my friends, and I was like, we gotta figure out who owed the US money, man. Because in my middle school brain, I was like, the World Trade Center is probably where they keep like all the hard copies of like the bank accounts and stuff like that. So I was like, someone who owed the US a lot of money probably wanted to take that shit out so that they wouldn't owe them any money anymore. It is, and I had not seen Fight Club at the time. But then when I saw Fight Club, I was like, we're on the same page here, man. Oh, so when fucking Chuck Palahniuk does it, everyone's like, wow, so incredible. But me at age 13, everyone's like, you're an idiot. Okay, buddy. Make it make sense. But then, like, I mean, I can't speak for every other millennial, but it took me a while to get used to people using 9/11 as like, or even referring to it within a joke, if not using it as a punchline itself, because it like was a tragedy that it was forbidden to speak even like anything less than the most somber tone about for like 15 years. Anyway. That's, I mean, you know, I don't want to say I got over it because I wasn't really like involved, but I definitely remember being like going to bed that night and being like, oh shit, like I hope nobody flies an airplane into my house. Like there was mass delusion and hysteria, man. Like in my little house in rural Ontario, I was like, I was scared. But I was also scared of like aliens abducting me or whatever. So probably more likely to be abducted by an alien than to have Al Qaeda crash an airplane into my house when I was like 12 years old. To be honest, maybe the alien fear was like more rational than the other one. But anyway. So that's what it was like for me. Why not anymore? Nothing ever happens. You know how it is. With my luck, the aliens will fucking abduct me and they'll be like, we needed you. You're the expert. They're going to take me into a room with 2 fucking silver handles and be like, do you know how to work this thing? I can't get the hot water to come out. I'm like, yeah, brother, chill. You just turn the shit, turn this shit all the way to the fucking left. And it'll take like 25 minutes to not be ice. Then you'll step in the shower, and in 1 second, it'll be the hottest water that has ever existed on the planet. It'll feel like it's coming right out of a volcano. And then turn it 2 degrees clockwise, and then it'll be ice again. And then just wipe the soap off your body with a towel. Look at that. Hey, now I'm digging your shirt. Where'd you get it? Department store in Japan. Fat chest. In 2018. Good luck, buddy. Subreddit, don't take that as a challenge, Yoko. I mean, you can get the shirt if you want. That's fine. Hold. Speaking of your username there, something happened, man. In the mid-2000s, I know that it's pronounced bruschetta, but I'm just going to call it bruschetta because I'm already sound like enough of an asshole. But in the mid-2000s, bruschetta hit like crazy. And now it fucking sucks ass. Something happened. I feel like the bruschetta we were getting in the mid-2000s became like Americanized. Like instead of focaccia, it was like a baguette, and then it was absolutely covered in what looked like Italian pico de gallo. And nowadays, every time I order a bruschetta, it's always on these little, like, I don't even know, like just these little pieces of bread, and there's like 3 little diced tomatoes on top of it. Yeah, they're giving us crostinis, man. Or croutons. Pissing me off, man. You seen the price of gas these days? Yeah, like now and then when I drive by a gas station. It's like $1.77 or something like that. In Vancouver. Oh! Gay Bob Dylan when he sees your balls. 186! Can you break off some 3s for me? Yeah, just for you. That one's for you, bud. We'll take that. We'll take that. Anyone got Vegas odds for this? Yes. It's 100%. It's going to happen. What you need to understand is that there's no way for me to know when it's going to happen. If you're so stressed about when it's going to happen, Maybe it's time that you recognize that you're not in control of everything. Look at that 3, though. That was a clean 3. Tomo, you okay, buddy? You all right? He looks stressed, man. You chill? Here, come down. I'll give you... Oh, my God. He, like, sprinted, man. Can you hear him? It might mean there's going to be an earthquake. Hold on, I'm going to boot up Tetris really fast. Come on. Me, 1 minute before the fucking meteor is supposed to hit the earth. Ah, no problem. Oh, your city got hit by the meteor? Oh, you should really play some Tetris. Anyway, whatever. Hold. We take those. I mean, weirdly, we take that too. Just got back from Seattle last night. Loved the PNW. It's a nice place, man. For the most part, it's a nice place. That was a fucking good one too, man. Excuse me? The hell happened there, man? A good... Isaac Newton is going to be pissed off. What's the timer at? Let me see. 14 hours. It's a lot, don't get me wrong, but like... I don't know. I can't... The thing that's annoying me more than still being on it is the fact that, like, after 14 hours, people... And they're increasingly in short supply. But people are like, is he having fun with this? Yeah, dude, I've been playing it for 14 hours. I've been rolling the chip in the cap for 14 hours. If after an hour you ask the question, I think that's fair. You could be like, if you're not having fun, you could do something else. But like after 14 hours, you know I'm locked in, man. That's a good throw. Little too much wobble. Yeah, I saw the wobble there. I wasn't pleased with that, but what if you weren't getting paid to do it? I mean, honestly, it would depend on like where I was in my life, I think. I think if I was like 16 years old in the 11th grade, I would come home from school, I would do my homework, and then I would be like, let's give it a crack, man. I'm being sincere. What's kind of crazy to me is like this is basically exactly the same as training for a speed run. But I don't think anybody pops into... Well, in order to finish the bit, I need to know the name of a speedrunner who's not Squeaks. So, kind of whiffed on that one. Sorry. That's my bad. That's an elegant fucking shot right there, man. Hold. Would you ever give up on this challenge? You know, maybe if there was like something more compelling to play, but I don't think we have to worry about that for a while. As I said in the Discord this morning, do not anytime you get sick of seeing the chip attempt to go into the cup, or the cap, I should say, all I can really say to you is, don't make the same mistake as me. Don't mistake novelty for meaning. There's meaning here. There may be no novelty, but there's meaning. That's something that's in short supply on this website. What's the meaning? That's for you to know and me to find out. The meaning is you. Yes, man. I'm not a perfect person. I never meant to do those things to you. Are they talking about robbing a bank in the song, or is that just a music video? I'm sort of a perfect person. Evil Irish Hoobastank, who is also the Joker, I think. That was an all-timer music video, though. What is Hooba and why does it stank? I mean, these are the questions I've been asking myself for my whole life, man. Till the Hooba stank. Yes, sir. What's the other Hooba stank song? They had one song that was big before The Reason. Crawling in the Dark. Okay, 1 second. You know how it is. Crawling. Open an incognito tab. Crawling in the Dark. Hooba stank. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I know this song, man. I don't think I know this song. I did see that I'm becoming the guy who hates his own generation, man. 35 now, and this stays on the playlist for my life. Great to see a bunch of 30-somethings here with me. Heart. Early 2000s was the best for rock. You had pop, punk, new metal, modern alt-rock. I loved it all. You are the fucking CEO of being wrong. No disrespect. I'm listening to this Incubus 3 Days Grace and playing Need for Speed Underground 2. Could say I'm going on a nostalgia trip. Let's go 90s babies. If you listen to Hoobastank in 2025, you're probably old enough to remember when MTV played music videos. I'm 37 and love sharing music like this to my 13-year-old niece. I have to make sure the next generation gets to hear this awesome music. Come on, man. It's Facebook, man. YouTube, what is this comment? YouTube is the only place to listen to old songs. What are you talking about, man? It's like every place where you can listen to songs is where you can listen to old songs. That's just factually extremely incorrect. Oh, man. Coming home from school and turning on MTV with this video was one of the highlights of living in the early 2000s. Well, that might be true, but that's more of an indictment of, I would say, the early 2000s instead of a compliment towards Hoobastank. Not so bad. I don't know that Hoobastank song, or at least I don't remember it. Please check out the comments to EMF Unbelievable. EMF Unbelievable. So for anybody who doesn't know, that's the song that goes, "Yeah, unbelievable. Oh, wah, 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 wah." Let's see what people are saying about this. What did I tell you, man? What did I tell you? I told you that's what it sounds like. Considering how old this song is, it has incredible longevity. In 1991, I was a bartender at a nightclub in downtown Minneapolis. The DJ would crank this song up after everyone was good and lit. I'm 72 and still find this song to be unbelievable. This tune sounds brutal and banging on the dance floor. That's true. It's almost like hard to listen to. You say to me, I don't talk enough, then when I do, I'm a fool. Awesome line. Oh, no, no. Oh, man. Well, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, the era when real music was real music. Facts with a peace sign. So true. Dude, this is ChatGPT. Legendary and iconic. I miss the 80s and 90s. Those were the golden and platinum years of music. And as someone whom growing up during this time, gosh, we would never gonna gets back. I just reminisce the greatness of this era. Where do we start? Each band are unique, crazy, and giving the wildest fashion they could think of. Remember TLC, Vanilla Ice, and Kiss? Alternative punk, Britpop, grunge, rock, ballads, and girl groups are everywhere. They are so original and talented. Who's with me? I am with you. I read a YouTube comment that said the 90s were a revolution. It really was. Digital technology killed music. What the have you heard Unbelievable? There's a motherfucker on a synth in the music video right when I hit the play button. Just put the nostalgia in the bag, man. I mean, I have nothing against EMF. I mean, you can't, you know what it is? It's like whatever song you like had your first kiss to, it's just you're gonna think it's one of the best songs ever made, even though, like, statistically speaking, it's probably total dog shit. I get it. Read the Centerfold comments. Okay, but Pump the Brakes. Centerfold by Jay Giles Band is a genuine classic. With a lot of people don't know the hidden meaning of that song. That it's about a former classmate of the songwriter who becomes a centerfold in a nudie magazine. A lot of people, you really have to read in between the lines of the lyrics to understand the hidden meaning. Yes, the hidden meaning of him jerking off to his former classmate in Playboy. He literally just says it. Yeah, if you're listening or whatever. I listen to Centerfold now and then when it comes on because it's kind of like a fun song. Like it's got that. It's got a sing-along bridge. Na 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 na. But I don't like when just because he sees her in a nudie magazine, he feels entitled to take her to a hotel room. That the third verse is a little confusing for me. It's okay, I understand. This ain't no never, never land. I hope that as the show goes on, I'll see you when your clothes are on. Take this car, yes I will. Take this car and drive it. Take him to a hotel room and take him off in private. She doesn't know you anymore, bro. You just sat behind her in English class or something. But then in the chorus, he brings me back. My blood runs cold. My memory has just been sold. That's the worst song ever. It's actually like by far the best Jay Giles Band song. I'm sorry to say. Name another. Fucking freeze frame. Doobity-doop, freeze frame, doobity-doop. I was walking on the sunshine, going out off the freeze frame, doobity-doom, freeze frame, doobity-doom. You don't know freeze frame? That was like a certified early 90s movie trailer classic, man. It's better than Centerfold? No, it's fucking not. That's like having the song like Hot, Hot, Hot on your playlist. I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Like that's a song that exists to be played like at a concession stand at an arena or something. Don't be glib. Anyway, what was I talking about? You need to give Surrender a shot? Maybe Jay Giles Band has a song called Surrender, but I can't help but feel like you got it confused with Cheap Trick. And I'm kind of fucking with Cheap Trick a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Because they're also a big influence on Guided by Voices. Even though Guided by Voices clears them. No disrespect. Yeah, I'd say I'm a conjurer of cheap tricks. You know what's crazy? Gandalf does say that. He says, I'm not a conjurer of cheap tricks. First 3 minutes, you see that motherfucker on the screen. He takes a hit off the Pendulum and blows like a fucking smoke cloud that turns into a dragon or something, right? That's the cheapest trick of all, dude. He is literally a fireworks merchant. I don't mean to be disrespectful. In the first 2 movies, he doesn't do anything. That's right, it's a pirate ship. He fights the Balrog. That's off screen, buddy. All we see him do is be a gravity merchant. It's literally not off screen. It is. He doesn't fight the Balrog in the first movie. He just goes, you shall not pass, and then the bridge collapses. And then in the second movie, the thing is, the shit pisses me off. We don't see it. As far as I'm concerned, if we don't see it, it didn't happen, okay? So Gandalf's telling you that, yeah, like me and the fucking Balrog, we were going blow for blow down in the mines of Moria. You really believe that? You ever hear of an unreliable narrator? You ever read Mark Z. Danielewski's House of Leaves, man? If you believe that shit, I got a bridge to sell you. It's in the extended? Oh, I didn't know that, to be honest. I didn't remember that part. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's like a spell merchant. You guys think you could beat Luca in a lemonade drinking contest? Why would you watch the theatrical version of the movies? Because I was alive when they came out and I saw them in theaters. I don't know how to answer the question. My flesh had caught spark before Peter Jackson released the films. And that's the only way you could watch them when they came out. That one felt good. You see King Kong in theaters? Yes, sir. 'Twas Beauty that killed the beast or whatever. I saw it with Malf and another friend of ours, man. I remember the theater that we saw it in. The adjacent theater. Was it playing? It was either playing Tristan and Isolde, starring James Franco, or Steven Spielberg's Munich. I can't remember. Ooh. I think it was Tristan and Isolde, because I remember making fun of my friend because he had to go see it with his girlfriend. You guys, that was the mid-2000s, man! We were still using terms like chick flick, okay? Well, I was 16 or whatever. Fuck you! Fuck you! First movie you saw in theaters? Addams Family, Raul Julia asks. I saw that shit and Casanova. No shot. Heath Ledger's Casanova? Let me guess, favorite movie? Kate and Leopold. Is chick flick no longer kosher? They just don't make them anymore, so we have nothing to refer to. The only person making them was Blake Lively, but I think she's gonna shut that shit down like for life now. She learned her lesson. We don't know how. What about the Bob Dylan movie? Women Love Him? I don't know about that, man. Well, me watching A Complete Unknown, which I have not done yet. My friend watching A Complete Unknown. Boy, these two sure seem to be in love. I bet they have a long and fulfilling life together. Those who know. Thanks for the Blood on the Tracks recommendation. I listened to it today and liked it a lot. Wait till you hear Come on the Tracks. I've been workshopping that one for a little bit. Tangled Up in Splooge, A Simple Masturbate. What's next? You're a Big Boy Now. We gotta come up with a good one for Idiot Wind. It's like 8 minutes long. You're gonna make me lonesome when you come. Skeet me in the morning. Shelter from the porn. Buckets of cum. It's kind of a theme. There's kind of a recurring motif on the... It's art, man. It's very literary. Yeah, Lily, Rosemary, and the Jack of Cum. Yes. Sorry, I forgot about that one. Someone's got it in for me. They're planting semen in my ass. Whoever it is, I wish they cut it out quick. I have got some gas to pass. Yes, it writes itself, man. Even Splooge yesterday. You had to ask me where was my scat. I couldn't believe after all these beers. You didn't know where to finish at, sweet Larry. It would totally work, man. We need the chorus, though. We need the chorus. He did win a Nobel Prize. It was very progressive at the time. Anyway. You ever see the Bob Dylan Circle Jerk post that was like Bob Dylan fans when they're asked to name a song that isn't How Does It Feel or that one Guns N' Roses cover? Oh, man. Great post. It's a great post, man. Like a Rolling Stone. Buddy, that's How Does It Feel? Give it a second here. Bob Dylan movie's gonna bomb like the Louis Armstrong one. I can't tell if I'm being circle jerked now because I'm pretty sure it was a successful picture, and I'm also pretty sure you're talking about Neil Armstrong. Am I unjerking here? I might be missing the jerk. What if Louis Armstrong was the... Wait, did we... No, we did Louis Armstrong ordering sushi. What if Louis Armstrong was the first man to walk on the moon? I see. You really need Shibley for this one. Rocks of gray. Big craters too. When I look down, I see the moon. That would have fucking... They should have sent him up, man. Was he alive when they went to the moon? I guess they weren't just looking for guys named Armstrong. Happy birthday, Allen Ginsberg would have been 182 years old today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I loved him in Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel. Would he really have been 182 years old? I don't want, like, it's kind of ancient history at this point. But, like, he was so much older than Ruth. She was legit only, like, 110. Is that, like, a 72-year age gap or something? I don't think he was born in 1840. You don't think Allen Ginsberg was 20 years old when the Civil War started? I don't know. He was pretty old. It's more about the power dynamic. Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, she was on the Supreme Court and he was unemployed. Just, you know, that's what they say, men are from Mars and women are from Venus or whatever. He was a punk, she did ballet. That's damned. What more can I say, man? How often do you think about David Cross driving in Eternal Sunshine? Not that often, but I do think about his line all the time where his wife is telling him to do something and he goes, I am making a birdhouse. Hey, Grogu58, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you so much. And also, of course, that part in Scary Movie 2 where he says, I can do it myself. And then he throws both of his legs over his shoulders and sucks himself off. We've all tried it. I mean, I couldn't get both of my legs over my shoulders like that. And he did it the hard way. I think it's hard both ways now that I think about it. But he did it like a diver style. Like with his legs came over his front, man. But he probably, I don't know, maybe he does his own stunts. Could be. Could be. The other way is easier? That's what I'm saying, man. I feel like, well, I mean, your knees bend backwards, right? So, like, putting your feet over your shoulders the back way, I mean, still seems really hard. Don't get me wrong. But it seems like less painful than folding your body completely in half. But I do think it would probably rip your spine in half either way. 3 streams of this, huh? You really think if I played like 5 rounds of Marvel Rivals, it would meaningfully save your life? I'm just asking. You shouldn't be offended by the question. I mean, you're the one who came in here talking guff to begin with. Nah, but it would be some variety. No, it wouldn't. It would be the... It would be this exact same. I don't know what to tell you. It would be worse because I would be further from enlightenment. Because instead of like, you know, pursuing meaning, I would be eating fun dip. You don't get it, man. You just don't get it. At first you're distracted, and then you crave the distraction. And then you abhor the distraction. You're almost there. And so am I. I felt the heat coming off too hot on that one. Hang on, let's see. It's a good opportunity to talk with people. Pleasure to catch you live. Found you recently on YouTube. Have enjoyed your content. I offer my humble Prime sub as a tribute to your greatness. Okay. Don't say stuff like that to streamers. I do appreciate it, but don't say stuff like that to streamers. I did not ban him. It's a nice message. But it's like the opposite of a memento mori. You need some messages that are like, you know, hey, do you think you'll still be alive in like 2070? Hang on, I'm doing that 45 years from now. There's not like an okay chance. Probably like, you know, like a maybe 50-50. I would be like 81. It's probably more like 40-60, but there's definitely a pretty decent shot. What color will the tip be? Probably colors we haven't even thought of yet, man. Colors that haven't even been invented yet. Blue raspberry type shit. Polychrome. When you open up the penis booster pack and you get a polychrome tip. 1.5x molt penis tip? Exactly, man. You ever see old people walking around and wonder what those motherfuckers were like when they were your age, like 45 years ago? I've been seeing that a lot when I see like 80-year-old dudes outside walking their dogs. Like, damn, I wonder what you were fucking doing circa like 1978. They were probably doing your mom? Well, at least one of them. Well, probably not. I think my dad would have been like 15. Something like that. But like a few years later, yeah, for sure. It's not Krungo, dude. My parents had sex, and that's how I find myself putting the fucking chip in the cat before you right now. We don't need to belabor the point. I'm not going to belabor the point. You were stroked in, buddy? No shot. No shot. I was planted deep. Hip to stern. No shot I was stroked in. 0% chance. I got shot out of that shit. It was probably like a 96 walk score. From downtown. Well. Good shot, though. Good shot, though. You know what's an interesting idea? Hang on, this is... Let's get all the Gen Z, like, oh, you can't say the word sperm out of the way. Let's get all the crungos out of the way. Do you ever think that we consider like a sperm cell to be part of ourselves? And it is. But at the same time, from an evolutionary standpoint, you want to pass on like your best genes. But the sperm, does the sperm have some self-interest? Obviously, it doesn't have sentience. But are there sperm out there that are like, it doesn't matter what the quality of my fucking genes are. I'm just a fast as fuck sperm. You know what I mean? Like, are there sperm out there that are optimized to simply be fast sperm because they would then propagate more? That's pissing me off. Read The Selfish Gene. I have like 70 times, unfortunately. I'm not fucking with Richard Dawkins anymore. Stay in your lane, bitch. Anyway, what was I talking about? All right. Kind of interesting to think about. It's kind of like the same way that, like, in your brain, you're like, I want abs. And you go through like half of the day being like, yeah, I want abs. And then around like 4:15 p.m., your brain is like, I don't really want abs anymore. I want to eat like 2 bowls of cereal. And you go, okay. And then you eat 2 bowls of cereal. And then after that, you're like, what the fuck? Now I want abs again. Really, your body is like not one thing, man. It's like a million things that have all got their own motives. You really need like a great manager to keep the organization working. Post honey nut clarity? I feel that, man. Why the hell did I eat like 4 handfuls of granola straight out of the bag before I cooked dinner last night? But honestly, it might be because I needed it. Because when I was eating it, I was like, this is the best food I've ever fucking eaten in my life. Hunger's the best chef. That is damn true, man. My name is Jeff. What happens when you make the shot? I'll send you a postcard when I get there. Office Bluetooth playing the Weatherman Sea Shanty. What are your thoughts on that? You couldn't last a day in the asylum they raised me in. I remember I worked at an office like summer 09 and 010. We always had the radio on. There was only like, I don't know, in our wing of the office, there was only like 10 people or something like that. And it was the day Michael Jackson died. They like interrupted the song and we're like, breaking news. We have a terrible headline for you. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, dead at like 58 or something like that. I just remember my boss standing up and going, it was, I didn't know that she like knew him, man. I was freaking out. And it turns out, you know, just really liked his songs, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. But I was like, for a second, I was like, damn. Why the hell are you working here if you if you know Michael Jackson? I remember that day vividly. I don't remember anything about it except for that moment, to be honest, but he was 50? He was 50 something. I was at Cheesecake Factory when it happened. Trying to think of what other historic events, if I can remember where I was. Well, we already told the 9/11 story. It's not that remarkable. Kevin Durant getting traded. Oh, man. Messi leaving Barcelona. Europe is so funny, man. And I guess South America as well. O.J. Simpson verdict. I was like 7. I was at home, I'm assuming. Tom Hanks getting COVID. I was at home. Barack Obama winning. Yeah, I remember I went to my friend's girlfriend's election party. And like halfway through, me and my friend realized that, much to our surprise, like half of the people at the party were rooting for John McCain. They were like 19 or 20-year-old art students in Canada. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You're rooting for John McCain? You're a 19-year-old Canadian English literature major? I thought this was like a slam dunk, man. I thought we were all on the same team. Old. Why are they rooting for someone anyway? You know, something to do. Oh, that's an interesting one. I was just surprised, man. Yeah, I remember the Bin Laden news. I was at my office in South Korea. I did not say we got him. I didn't. Yeah, do you know what? I do remember Princess Diana as well. I had stayed overnight at my friend's house. I was probably 7 or 8 years old. We slept in a tent, like on his front yard. And at like 7 in the morning, his dad unzipped the tent and was like, just so you guys know, Princess Diana just died. And we were like, oh no! But we were like 8. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, we were like, I know that person! No! And then we just went inside and like had breakfast, and then I went home. I do not remember the Christmas truce. I'm pretty sure that was in like 1916. I do remember, dude, I remember way more than I thought. Steve Irwin's death was literally like the day I moved into my college dorm. And we had like a bunch of people in our dorm room. And then just one of the random people in there was like, oh no, Steve Irwin just died. We were like, what? I mean, none of these stories are going to be like, it's not like in any of these stories, like I did anything but just continue on with my day afterwards, but I definitely remember like where I was. I mean, what do you think Grandma was doing when she saw that JFK shit. She was probably like, holy fuck, this is crazy. Time to cook dinner. Like, she had kids were coming home from school in like 15 minutes or whatever. Probably bowled a 300. That's a good reference. Anyway, I think that's all I got. Tom Cruise jumping on the couch. Pretty sure that was like summer vacation, 10th grade or something. He was on a tear that summer, man. 2010 Golden Goal. Okay, well that's more of significance to Canadians. But yes, I was in my college house basement watching it on a laptop with my friends. And one of my friend's mom called in overtime and was like, "We did it! We won!" And he was like, "Mom, what are you talking about?" And then like 20 seconds later, we saw Canada score. So we didn't realize until that moment that our feed was like a minute behind the, the live feed. But did we get spoiled? Yeah, but at the same time, there was also a sense of relief that was like, oh shit, we're about to see like us win the game. COVID case 0. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't like in. I'm not like a doctor in Wuhan, China, so I don't remember where I was. COVID 0. I was probably in my house. I would imagine circa like late fall, early winter to 2019. That's about all I got. Please stop joking about JFK, okay? It's not funny. He could have been seriously hurt. It's like, this is not how I want to go. And then like 60 years later, a bunch of people who were like negative fucking 35 when I died making jokes about me. Hold. That's good. Okay. I had some belief in that one. Who's the goalie Crosby scored on for the golden goal? You think I'm not fucking with Ryan Miller? I love that guy, man. He's like tall Jason Schwartzman. He was also like way better than he had any right to be when he played for the Canucks when they were downright horrendous. You watch American Idol season 1? Yes, sir. Justin Guarini got robbed, man. I watched season 2 as well. I think I washed out on like season 3. With my family, you wouldn't know shit about that. Big Brother 14. Nah, I watched like 1, 2, and probably 3 and maybe 4. And I watched Survivor up to probably like season 4 or 5 if I had to guess. Oh, hold. And then 41 and 42, and then I washed out. That's right. 41 was crazy because Jeff Probst said, it's 41, but drop the 4, keep the 1. He said that like 15 times. And then they were running the same puzzles that they've been running, I assume, for like 25 years. It was wild. Xander got robbed, bro. Anyway, the rapid fire question period is now closed. That was fun, though. You watched Traders season 2? About half of the season, I would say. Favorite David Lynch? It's a tough choice, but I'd probably have to say the director. No disrespect to any other David Lynches in the chat. And we're open again. Now we're closed again. Good throw. Anytime you land it flush in the cap like that, it's a good throw. Beauty. Is this the last stage? No, man. No, it's not. I think there's like 5 or 6 more after this. Now, after we land this one, we might give it a little time before we go to the next one. But, like, we don't really have to worry about that because, I mean, let's just focus on not missing our exit, you know? We don't need to worry about, like, oh, what are you going to do once you get to Indiana? Like, we haven't even left California yet. Yeah, stick with the task at hand. Perfection is perfected. Now I let him understand it. From a young G's perspective, we don't need to sing the rest of the song. Well, it's not so bad, because, like, the next line, Snoop is just saying he's promoting safe sex. But then he says some not so nice stuff about women after that. But I didn't grow up the same way he grew up, so I don't have his experience, to be honest. So I would never, like, you know, I would never try to mansplain to him. Hey, you're right. We should play the letterbox game. 1 second. What's that called? Good movie game? What's it called again? Goodmovie.gg. What movie.gg? I did it in incognito, so I don't know what it's called. Guessmovie.me with spaces between all the letters. Okay, we can zoom in a little bit. 4 stars from 2017. People say white people have no culture, but did you see the bingo and turtlenecks? Check and mate, sweetie. Little Miss Sunshine 06. Finally, a TSA agent who gives a fuck. This is Get Out. It's Get Out, man. I know, it's Get Out. I mean, I told you not to go into that house. This movie is very funny. This movie is political. Okay. I will say, this is a real story. I wanted to make myself mad. I went to Letterboxd and sorted reviews of Get Out by 1 star. And you'll... You probably don't need me to tell you what you will find in there. You don't have to subject yourself to it, but... It's Peele's worst movie. Buddy, it's so much better than Us. Us, I like Us, but it's Get Out at a minimum is better than Us. I also think it's probably better than Nope, but I do like Nope a lot. A lot of emotes. I can't even follow it. Keanu is his worst movie. Okay, well, listen, I think that when we're talking about Jordan Peele movies, you probably don't include Keanu. That's not really in the vein of the other ones. Who's Key and who's Peel? Key is the tall one. Peel is the scary one. Hold. Yes, that's correct. Key is Jack Marius Tad Theratrix, and Peel is Osmataz Buckshank. I believe. I believe Peel is also, yeah, he's Donkey Teeth and Devoyne Shower Handle. Yes, I believe Key is Smoochie Wallace, but it's been a while since I've seen the the sketch. Because for a while you couldn't reference it, and now you can again, which is nice. That's one nice thing for sure. A delight to the senses. Why not? I don't know. You tell me, buddy. You weren't afraid to tell me in 2018 that shit wasn't funny anymore. Now all of a sudden it's 2025 and you're clammed up. You don't understand. Cat got your tongue? Favorite Mel Gibson quote? I like at the end of Apocalypto when he says, "Oh no, Spanish galleons! We're doomed!" I was like, it really drove home like the themes of the movie for me. This is the Apocalypto! Anyway. Can we get a You Don't Get It Man today? We've had a couple of You Don't Get It Mans already, to be honest. Now they're playing Mamma Mia on the Office Bluetooth. And the sea shanty. It's crazy that when people think of like music that would make you end your own life, they probably think of like someone like Luke Wilson in the Royal Tenenbaums with Elliott Smith or something like that. But for me, it's like 100% hearing the sea shanty chained into Mamma Mia by ABBA in the office. That would be tough for me to make it to lunch, I think, to be honest. Music make you lose control. Yes, sir. I'm not disrespecting ABBA. I'm disrespecting the song Mamma Mia. Also, the song is way too sunny to play in the basement of an office building on a fucking Wednesday. You can't be down there like collating spreadsheets and shit. Donkey, 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 donkey. What a throw. What a throw, man. Okay, it was good. Could be worse, though. Could be Dancing Queen. Basement? Okay, Mike Milligan. I didn't realize you were a straight shooter with middle management written all over you. You're up in the glass tower, okay? Some of us are down there in the basement shoveling coal into the boiler, hoping the captain steers away from the fucking iceberg. Oh, sorry, he's drunk or whatever. Waterloo? Waterloo, that's a song. The Winner Takes It All? That's a fucking song, man. Gay ABBA be like introducing our new band. It's just called Ah Ah. I don't know. Was it the dudes who were the A's, or maybe it was like an equal mix? I don't know. The dudes are the bees. This shit doesn't really make any sense. It didn't really make any sense to begin with, but it makes even less sense now. I believed in that one, man. Lesbians are gay? You literally can't say that. You're like old school 2003 posting. You can't say that shit anymore. That's TOS. So 2000 and late. Hey, did you know that if you practice 3 more, you would probably finish this faster? Hey, did you know that, like, no matter what you do in your life, you're gonna die someday? What do you think about that? First time chatter. That escalated quickly? No, it didn't. It's an eternal truth, man. Timer? 15 minutes. Stoic NL. So-called stoic Roman emperors when their wife cheats on them with the gladiator. You guys know? That's specific? Yeah, I'm talking about Marcus Aurelius, dude. Are you gonna get the overalls? I'm thinking about it, but I gotta consider whether I'm gonna debut the overalls and the mustache at the same time, or if I have to like soft launch one, you know, build back my good boy points and then launch the other one. Take a ting. Super Mario steal his look. A lot of dudes out there do be looking like Mario, though, to be honest. I don't know if it's just a Pacific Northwest thing, but I see a lot of motherfuckers who look like Mario just about every goddamn day. Absolutely, man. That look is in right now. In Vancouver? Yeah, man. Not Mario Lopez. I don't see that many people who look like Mario Lopez. Unless I'm watching like ABC. How about this one? We got kind of greasy with it. You think Hawk Tua could do this challenge? With no disrespect to her, I don't think Hawk Tua could do this challenge, no. Pookie? I'd have to think about it. I think Pookie might be able to do the challenge. I don't think Hawk Tua could do it. She's busy. Plus, I don't think they have, like, computers in jail or something. Apparently, they have phones, but I don't think they have computers. She'll have to wait for the mobile version. You hawk! Just like a Tua. Yes, you do, you! Well, no, don't worry about it. It's okay. I try not to make fun of sleepy people. That's true. Yes, she does! Anyway, that's in, for sure, man. cap sound makes me look every time. I know exactly what you're talking about. You're like, there's no way he's gonna make this. Then you hear this, and you're like, well, I'll just take a peek. It happens, man. Another 5 hours of this on Bizarre Patch Day? Yes, sir. I don't know if it's going to be 5 hours, but I'm fully prepared for it to be 5 hours. We're only 15 minutes in. I do understand that it's making some people mad. But you also have to understand that for every 100 people that get mad, 50 of them leave, which is unfortunate. But 50 of them stay and change. And that's fucking sick, dude. That's good. I'll take those numbers any day of the week. You made that up? Yeah, that's right. It's like when we started putting my face on the YouTube thumbnails. Once you burned out, like the 10,000 people are like, I just miss when he used to call episodes Northern Lion Plays dash The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus dash episode number 735 random word that he said at this point in the video. He sold out, man, putting his face on the once you burned out like the 10,000 people like that, the community really started to flourish, man. Hold. Hold. How'd you even find out about this game? Stole it from Chiblee. I remember all the whining when you started using face cam. To be fair, I was a lot heavier back then. I could kind of understand why they were complaining. That's one where I'm like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. They kind of had a point. You can't say that it's fat shaming? You can fat shame yourself. I don't even have, I can't fat shame myself. I don't have ownership of my own image. You shouldn't? What the hell do you know anyway? Post your birth year. I would never shame anybody else for it, but I would certainly shame myself for it. There was no reason for me to be eating that much peanut butter. What, just so that I could like add 25 pounds to my overhead press? Doesn't matter. Nobody cares, man. Can't be eating half a jar of peanut butter a day just to overhead press like a little bit more than one plate. This doesn't make sense. Does taste good though. Does taste good. Hold. You know, that's a good point. Well, maybe not. Someone said, are you worried about your right arm getting bigger than your left after playing this? I think it's one of those things where like it would have happened by now, to be honest with you. Don't forget the letterbox game. Buddy, we solved it in 2 today. It was the easiest game of my life. I didn't watch a movie on the bike today, though, because it was an interval day. Let me take a peek and see on Letterboxd if any of my friends watched anything. I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to say anything. But Chiblee, 3 stars for companion. This review may contain spoilers. All right, well, I'm not going to click on that then. Drama. I did also like that Chibli reviewed The Gorge, but for some reason he chose the Spanish title of it, like the Spanish poster of it instead of the English one. So it was like El Abismo Giganto or something like that. I was like, what the hell is what's my homie watching, man? Let me see what he said here. El Abismo Secreto. But he's my dude because he gave 5 stars to Paddleton. And if I go click on Paddleton, let me see here. Average review, 3.8. Well, it is well liked, but I'm glad he's a real yearner. Let's put it that way. Justin does not hate Paddleton. He hates Paddington. Weirdly enough, it would take a while to explain it to him because there's context here. It would be so much funnier to be the guy who like violently hates Paddleton than the guy who hates Paddington. How could you hate Paddleton? That's why it would be funny, man. You ever gonna watch Thunder Road with Jim Cummings? No, I've already heard the song. I've already seen that she makes that long walk from her front porch to his front seat. Jim what? Great song, great album. It's an all-time side one, track one, man. You talk about Bruce a lot. He's kind of like the American Bob Dylan. You know what I think is interesting about playing Trickshot Simulator? And this is just an observation. It's not meant to doom anybody. Hold. When you play, I'm going to use the term derisively. When you play a real game, you forget how morally bankrupt type A's are because you get tricked into thinking that there's like a quest to master this. He really should listen to the chatter that tells him to build attack speed instead of building crit. You know, you're like, that guy's fucking right. But once you're like, there's an impetus for him to do that. It's because NL's doing something wrong in a game and it matters. When you play Trickshot Simulator and the tide goes out, but there's still some type A's that are like, you should practice 3 and 2 so that you can get it faster. You realize that the type A's are just squawking because it's in their nature, man. You know, the same way you don't get mad at a mole for making holes in your yard because that's what they're there for. It shows you the Emperor's New Clothes type situation that you got going on with the type A's, man. None of this shit matters. Now you're fucking getting it, man. This endeavor is putting this whole website on notice, man. Because this is the same as everything else on the website. You don't get it. But it's with all the pomp and circumstance stripped off and the actual conceit of the thing laid bare. And people are saying, please, please, turn off the lights. I can't bear to look at myself in the mirror. Buddy, if you don't like what it's showing you, you got to show it something different. Just put the chip in the cap, man. Stop calling me juror number 4. If anything, the juror I would most like to be, juror number, well, I mean, it would be nice to be juror number 8, but I don't know if I'm that guy. Within reason, juror number 11 is aspirational. And, I mean, unfortunately, I do think I've got a little of juror number 2 from 12 Angry Men in me, and not just the hairstyle. You're really, you know, the most insulting thing of all. We've been on this for almost 16 minutes. And you're saying that I would be juror number 7. You really think, given the opportunity for a principled yap session, I would be like, let's get out of here and watch fucking baseball? Are you stupid? Have you been paying attention? There's no shot. Juror number 7 is probably the second last juror I would be. The last is definitely the dude who's just really, really racist. Who I believe is juror number 10. Hold. Back on this? Bro, it's a good movie. Anyway, Ocean's 12 Angry Men. Honestly, I don't think that the 12 Angry Men could work well enough together to commit a heist like that. Especially in Ocean's 11, they might have been able to do it because Andy Garcia didn't really see it coming. But with him already primed to know that that shit was coming, there's no shot that... I mean, juror number 3 is going to fuck it up for everybody. He's too emotional. Every business major's favorite movie? D.L. Guiga, we weren't talking about Glengarry Glen Ross and The Wolf of Wall Street, okay? Be serious, D.L. Guiga. How many classmates did you have that got into business school because of The Wolf of Wall Street? I guess business school and finance are two different things. Forgive me for conflating them. Wolf of Wall Street isn't a finance movie. Counterpoint, it is if you're stupid. Your response? Not bad. How would you cast it now? Oh, dude, okay, I'm thinking 12 Angry Men 2025. Oscar Isaac as jury foreman. Juror number 2, Michael Stuhlbarg. Juror number 3, definitely a Nicolas Cage type. Juror number 4, I'm thinking about juror number 4. Maybe Adrian Brody. Juror number 5, let's go with like Sterling K. Brown. Juror number 6. Juror number 6. That's a tough one. Can I say maybe Jason Biggs? Maybe a rare dramatic turn from Jason Biggs. Or yeah, Jason Biggs. Juror number 7. I got to think about this. Juror number 7. Whatever. The bit's run its course. They should remake it, though. Maybe, like, add 30 minutes onto it for no reason and get, like, a licensed soundtrack. And breakable sets. It was remade? Did they run out of, like, Korean movies to remake? They had to go back to the American ones? That would be... Dude, I would totally support it if they remade it, but kept it black and white. That would be sick. They've remade it like 4 times, but they made it like perfect the first time. Yes, dude, The Rock would be a crazy juror number 10. And then like Sacha Baron Cohen, juror number 11. I was not born in this country. I mean, I guess he doesn't have to be Borat, but stay in your lane, buddy. The way we're treating this young man is very not nice. We take those. 12 different origin stories for each juror. I mean, you laugh because it's the worst idea of all time, but like, I would definitely watch like a Juror number 4 movie. Or, well, no, I would watch a Juror number 4 movie for sure, man. Yes, you're right. In the room, it doesn't have no AC, it has no Wi-Fi. And they're all losing their fucking minds. And then like 2/3 of the way through the movie when they're looking out the window and they're instead of like looks like a storm, they're like, huh. Do you guys hear that? And then they keep talking, but like throughout the rest of it, you start to see like smoke billowing through the windows. And then at the end of the movie, they're like, that settles it. We find the defendant. And then you hear, and like a fucking kaiju rips the roof off the courthouse, and you see all there's like helicopters and like fighter jets and shit in the air. Yes, man, that would be fucking my perfect movie. Oh, man. And they're like, none of this shit matters. Godzilla's attacking. Go, 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 go. Is the printer turned off? It's on, but it might have become disconnected from the network. Give me a second here. Let me take a peek. Oh, okay. Hang on. I'm looking at. I gotta go Animal Collective and check the brother port. Give me a second here. A second. I'm working on it. Yeah, it is. Do you need something printed out like Toot Sweet, Kate? Hello? Hello? You're not muted? Yeah, I know, because I'm talking to my wife. Sure. Let's see what she's saying in chat. I will forward it to you and you can print it off. Okay. Can I get an urgency check? Because I do kind of have to put the chip in the cap. Urgency check is 0. Let's go. I'll do it at 2:15 p.m. Thank you. Ryan, did Conclave meet your expectations? Review it on Amazon. Sorry, Jeff. It did. It actually exceeded my expectations, and I've already reviewed it on Letterboxd. Someone got there first, buddy. I feel like revitalized after that little break. Hold. Can we get Don Cherry? No, it gets content ID matched, unfortunately. 10 squats every 30 tries. I gotta tell you, don't take this the wrong way. Because I don't know you physically, mentally, or spiritually. But anytime it's not nice. Anytime someone proposes a workout regimen that's like that, I'm like, you know, you can just like do the push-ups, right? Like you don't have to tie it to, like, I get the idea is like, oh, I need like an extra level of gamification to do the workout. But like at the risk of sounding needlessly forehead, you don't, you just need to do the push-up. I like the games though. Well, yeah, but the problem is what happens, like, if you get too tired to do the push-ups, and I don't make it in the next, because it's already been 15 minutes, right? Then I stop, but you can't stop. You have to do a push-up every 20 attempts. And the other one is what happens if I get it too fast? And you're like, well, that's probably not a risk of happening. Yeah, but what happens if it does happen, man? Just ride on a stationary bike without a tablet then? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that everybody in here has got 8-pack abs because they've been doing the League of Legends workout routine. Where like every time they die, they do 3 burpees or something like that. I forgot, every time you watch the Olympics, they're always like, what's your training regimen? And they're like, oh, I do 3 push-ups every time I have to buy awards when I play support in Dota. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad, but like, you know, I think it overly complicates things. You know, I saw a list of the 25 best cyclists of the 21st century. No disrespect, but how does Lance Armstrong not hit the top 25? I get it. Listen, I'm not saying you gotta hand it to him. He was cheating? Yeah, but like, so was like everybody else that he was racing against. And they didn't all have like sweet bracelets. He got caught though? Yeah, but so did like everybody else. Like, I'm not saying he should be considered, like, I understand why Barry Bonds like isn't in the Hall of Fame. But at the same time, I'm like, you can't just, can't give him like number 22 or something like that. He won like 7 Tour de France's, man. And unlike Barry Bonds, his head stayed the same size like his whole career. So I'm not saying he wasn't taking drugs, because obviously he was, but he wasn't on the Barry cocktail. He was taking a different type of cocktail than Barry Bonds was. Also, everyone's glazing Barry for his cycling on Zwift. Buddy, he has a 240 FTP. No disrespect. I'd rinse him. Now, I'm not saying I'm stealing 50 bases in the fucking majors. That's not going to happen. But if he meets me on fucking Alpe de Zwift, he's done. He's 64? Yeah, he's also fucking retired. I got shit to do. Who can play that game, buddy? Plus, my ass has never taken steroids. So I'm fucking natty. We wouldn't even be in the same league. Put the chip in the cap. Imagine not referencing cycling performance in watts. Buddy, the FTP is in watts. I don't know. You don't even know what you're mad about. You see what they've done to you? You see what they've done to you? You're like a rabid dog just looking for something to bite. Forgot the behavior's supposed to be tied to an impulse of hunger. They've taken away the carrot and you're begging for the stick. It's sad. It's sad, but there's a way out. I thought it was watts per kilogram. Yep. Yeah, Barry Bonds is putting out 240 watts per kilogram. Given that he probably weighs like 220, what is that? So he's probably putting out 4,300 watts for 20 minutes straight. Hold. And now you must feel kind of insane talking to yourself in your office. Okay, blonde on blonde ass. Are you saying he sure got a lot of gall, being so useless and all, muttering small talk at the wall while I'm in the hall? Are you crazy? I just walked over here, man. Bro, what is wrong with you? Can you be more specific with your questioning? Time check? No, I can't check. We checked like a minute ago. Yeah. Hold. Okay. Frame drop. My FTP is 210. Am I smoking you or are you holding my wheel? What's your weight? I can ask that from an athletic standpoint. It's legal to ask that. 10 kilograms, you're dropping me. Well, you're dropping me on the hill, for sure. We're probably staying tight on the straights. On a hill, you're dropping me, for sure. Opinions on the Argentinian president's crypto scam? I'm for it. I read the white paper. It looks solid. Every dip is just an opportunity to load up more. Thanks for the dip. Yeah. Whoa. Anyway. Hold. I was skeptical till I saw the CoffeeZilla video. Then I was like, wait, this sounds legit. Yes, sir. Me asking Grok to summarize the CoffeeZilla. Yes, sir. Me asking Grok to summarize the CoffeeZilla video and then putting my life savings in the Haktua coin. I'm all in. Yeah, I did a second take. Grok Tua, man. Grok Tua. Can you please, I listen, I like what you're doing, but I have to tell you to stop. Starting every sentence with, regardless of what the second part of the sentence is, starting every sentence with my fiance is autistic and is, it's gotta stop, man. Because at first, the first one was like, my fiance is autistic and they love this game. And then I think you said, my fiance is autistic and they love Grok. And then you typed, my fiance is autistic and they love Hawk Tua. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to see where the bit goes. Because it's, I want to know where it ends, but I don't want to take the journey with you. Let's put it that way. Maybe they're engaged to Elon. Well, I honestly, maybe that would be good for everybody if he just settled down a little bit. He kind of, like, I know it's hard. He ain't a player. He just crush a lot or whatever. But, like, sometimes I'm like, man, chill. When are you going to find yourself a nice girl, man? Honey Badger weds when he wants. Yeah, I know. He unfollowed the latest mother of his child. That's such a fucked up sentence, man. Block your fucking kid's mom. That's so fucking funny. Although I'm sure that it also happens, like, to normal people, but, like, I'm just sad now. That one felt pretty good. Anyway. I did see her tweet. Now, I know you're going to say I thought you're not on Twitter. It was on, like, reddit.com/r/law or something like that. And it was a tweet from, like, 4 years ago that was like, hey, Hunter Biden, when are you going to stop gallivanting around and not be a deadbeat dad anymore? And, oh. Her in the crystal. Oh! Anyway. Her on the spaceship watching herself tweet that Matthew McConaughey style from Interstellar. We're so back. We needed that. We needed that. Don't let me tweet, Murph. Tweet, Murph. Don't let me tweet. So true. Don't let me X, Murph. Hold. Is Madden 03 the best Madden? I would say best Madden, probably John Madden, the New Jersey Devils player. Second best Madden, probably John Madden, the football broadcaster with all the games. And then third, I'm going to have to pull some home country bias and say Guy Madden, Canadian director of the film My Winnipeg. I'm not really fucking with Steve Madden. I don't know that much about shoes, to be honest with you. What about ESPN NFL Football 2K5? The only football game where you could play air hockey against Carmen Electra and Funkmaster Flex. Yeah, I played a lot of that one. Sorry. It was a really good comment. Ooh. What was it? I think someone was trying to do the NFL Blitz announcer voice. It really is explosion sound. It's like, Philadelphia! I had to change the city name to make it my own. Philadelphia versus Baltimore. He got lit up. Fuck you, Baltimore. Okay, fucking juror number 7 ass. Hold. That's a beautiful shot. You've screwed me. Baltimore pissing on you, babies. Yes, sir. Price of the brick just went up. How do you feel that there's 17,000 people watching? I mean, it's really free entry, so I don't think it's that impressive. I think if tickets were like, you know, $5 or an item of canned food, the view count would be a lot lower. But that's okay. I'll still take it. It's like, please bring a can to donate to the food bank. Like, what the fuck? 80 people? I gotta play Marvel Rivals, man. Hang on, let's see here. And now I gotta apologize for my earlier comments about cycling and watts. I never tested my FTP because I just ride, man. I just did some math and my average power output is about 4.9 watts per kilogram. Holy fuck. That's a lot, man. I hope for your sake that's not a troll comment. That's like a crazy watts per kilogram. Damn. Or maybe you're just like a good rider, but you weigh like 8 kilos. Crazy good or crazy bad? Like insanely good. I don't know if it would make you a pro, but it would definitely make you like a damn good cyclist. That's like Louis Armstrong levels. Yes. Which one? Oh, I was thinking of Louis Anderson. I mean, they're... We pulled 100 people, top 7 cyclists on the board. You guys know Louis Anderson? He was like the host of Family Feud. After Ray Combs, but before Al Borland. His heart wasn't really in it. But I like him. Or I liked him, I guess. Rest in peace. How do you know these people? I've been watching Family Feud for like my entire life. No shot you still do? I watched like 10 minutes of Family Feud Canada like 2 nights ago. Starring Jerry D. But honestly, I didn't like it. Because they must be telling them to do too much. Like the family, whenever the other team answers, the families put their arms up like in an X and do like a rhythmic, like they try to curse the other family. And I'm like, dude, that's not Canadian. We root for each other, man. They do that on the American one too. They're not saying Wakanda forever. Yes, they're saying feud Conda forever. Steve Conda. Don't call him that. Steve what? That would probably get you kicked off the show, even though it was just a misunderstanding. Richard Karn's my Family Feud host. He's just really not good at being the host, I'm sorry to say. I don't have anything against him personally, but watching those episodes on Buzzer, he's a charisma vacuum. I think he's fine on like the Home Improvement. He's not a menace. Richard Dawson is a menace. He's a silver-tongued devil. But Richard Karn is just like every joke that he tries to make falls flat. It's like when you're like every contestant has the same reaction to Richard Karn's jokes that you have to like your dad's jokes when you're 16 years old. Like even if it's the funniest thing that anyone's ever said, they just kind of go, get on to the next question, buddy. We surveyed 100 people. Name something you don't want to have on your pizza. Poison? Sure would be bad to have poison on your pizza. Karn is way better than Combs. You're out of your fucking mind. Combs is probably actually the best Family Feud host. Number 2, I would probably say Dawson just for classic reverence. I'm surprised you like Combs. He's a game show host in the old school mold of a Wink Martindale, man. Steve Harvey is not the GOAT. He's phoning it in right now. You're literally like, you're asking why Patrick Kane is not on the Four Nations roster for Team USA. It's because he's old, bro. He's old and he's washed. They need a new host. Then we can start to talk about the legacy of Steven. Come on, man. Hold. I'm crashing out. Please practice. The chips will continue until morale improves. I think Alfonso Ribeiro would be a great Family Feud host. Let's be honest. The more talented... Let me rephrase. The more of an auteur you are, the less good you would be as a Family Feud host. If you're one of the people that was raised in the theater that's good at singing and dancing and has charisma, but isn't really much of a writer, that's your job. That's your job right there. I think Alfonso Ribeiro would be a great host of the Family Feud, man. He's got charisma. He's recognizable. Jeremy Strong. That's a fucking funny idea. That's a funny idea. I can't do a Jeremy Strong impression, but it would be funny. You ever landed the second one? Yeah, watch this. Any questions? Fuck you. Are we really halfway, almost halfway through the stream? Crazy. No, I don't think I'd be a good Family Feud host. Too often, I take a step back. Like, it's not... it's not a job for me, it's a calling. Too often, I take a step back, and inside of my head, I go like, what the fuck am I doing? You get one life on planet Earth. I'm spending it up here being like, name fucking 6 things you don't want to see on your cell phone or something like that. I think I would suffer a crisis. I think like an existential crisis. Naked grandma? The bottle caps though? Well, I don't know. There's something I find meaning in the bottle caps, man. I don't know what to tell you. I find mine in the bottle. Hell yes, man. In 37 years, he's had 50,000 beers, and they just washed against him like waves into the pier type shit. Old. You're... If I come home from work, my kid's been rolling bottles in the caps for 15 minutes, there's going to be problems. It's crazy you think you're juror number 8. You're fucking juror number 3. Juror number 3 basically says that shit word for word. It's one of the most defining speeches of the film for his character. He basically says, what's the point of having kids when they hate you for beating them up? Old. Okay, we take a little break here for a second. We take a little break. All right. All right, no problem. I searched juror number 3, and it gave me a James Patterson book. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how to read. You ever get scared? Yeah. Turbulence bad enough that they turn on the seatbelt sign? Especially now? No, not really, but like... Fear, there's like rational fear and irrational fear, right? I used to be scared about flying. And then I flew enough that I was no longer scared about flying. Even though the risk had probably only changed like an imperceptible amount. The thing that changed was me. Nowadays, I mean, we don't have to get into the stats of it. There's a chance that the risk has changed, but I can't make myself be scared. I already got over the fear. But once that shit starts bobbing up and down mid-flight, it doesn't matter if you like, well, no, sheer forces have never taken apart a plane mid-flight when you're trying to make sure that the Diet Coke doesn't spill on your neighbor, you know? You're like, come on, man. Can you not just fly around it? I'm flying twice on Saturday. You're literally gonna be, you're gonna be totally fine. Stop trying to steal valor from the people that actually got in the plane crash. You're literally you're gonna get on, the worst thing that's gonna happen is probably you're gonna be in boarding group 4 and all the overheads are gonna be full, so they're gonna have to check your suitcase. That's what you should be afraid of, man. Share the flight number. Dude, that would be a great stream, man. A chatter who's afraid of flying tells us what flight they'll be on, and then we just watch it, the flight radar, all stream. That would be a fucking sick stream, dude. I don't really want to do it, but like somebody should do it. Then when you see the fucking altitude go from like 35,000 feet to 34,980 feet. Monka S, that it goes back to 35,000 feet. Jakes! Yes, dude! Saved! If it actually crashed, that would be fucked up, though. You'd be like, oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? It actually, chat, is this real? It actually fucking went down. Oh my god. Don't say pay out the doubters. It's glib. That's a man's life in theory. That's a good idea. Chibli should do that, man. This one is pretty good. Anyway. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad, man. That was good as well. Good luck, brother. This must be what solitary confinement feels like. My body may be chained, but my spirit has never been freer, Dan. Thank you for joining us here. You know what it's like. Occasionally, you almost land one like that, too. That was just not even close. That's fine. I'm going to go watch The Last Duel instead. I support that. I think that's a greater Scott. Trust me, I'll probably be here when you come back. The Last Duel is mid. It's a dumbed down Rashomon. Okay, being like a worse version of one of the best movies ever made doesn't make it mid. That's crazy. That's honestly, that's needlessly reductive. Especially because Rashomon is just a lesser version of like that one Simpsons episode. Rashomon sucks anyway. I mean, I was hoping someone would say it. Every time I watch it, I'm like, buddy, make up your mind. Each Rashomon to understand the power that's inside. Yes, man. Rashomon, gotta catch him. In this case is like all the different accounts of the event. Gotta catch 'em all. Rashomon. To be a master. Rashomon master. What really happened? I think that at the end of the movie, the walrus was Paul. Come on, man. You think you'll ever hypothetically start to believe that you'll never get this? That's illogical. What do you mean, never get this? It's destined to happen. I don't know how many attempts it's going to take, but every single attempt that we do lowers the remaining attempts to finish it by one. By necessity and definition, we're literally closer than we've ever been. You could die before you get it in. That is true, but like death is inevitable, but I just feel like that wouldn't stop me. Not at this point. I want it too bad. Shouldn't he go 3, 2, 1 from a logical standpoint? It's not your fault. Society fucked you. We need the politicians. We need like literally like 90% less engineers than we have. And they need to give every single one of those seats to med school instead. Your logical ass brain, you weren't meant to be here watching Twitch. You should be like discovering life-saving medicine, being a surgeon or something like that, a primary care provider. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I literally am an engineer. I know. I literally could tell from your message. Obviously. There's nothing wrong with that. My fiance is a doctor. Okay, listen. I don't... Pause, champ. Me paused, waiting for the second message to come in. And... Hold. It is funny that Lizan Al-Gaib is named Paul. Me doing my fucking tight 5 at the Fremen Siege. Did anyone ever think about how crazy it is that our leader is named Paul? Me getting fucking killed. They drain all the water from my body and put it in the sacred river. No, it's cool. I just didn't think like 5 years ago the prophet would be named Paul and the Reverend Mother would be Jessica. Am I the only person here that's paying attention? Nasty woman. Jessica, she is a Reverend Mother Jessica. Nasty woman. She drank the water of life. We know it. She drank it. The disgusting woman drank the disgusting worm juice. Maybe one sip, maybe more, I don't know. You think it was fucked up when Paul Atreides went to the fucking temple and the lady was like, this juice is only for women? And he was like, give me that? Well, I guess like he's the president or whatever, but like, I just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. He was thirsty? I mean, have you seen the weather on fucking Arrakis, man? I think everyone's thirsty. What was I gonna say? I forgot it, but you gotta love him, though. You gotta love him. I was thinking, we've gone too far. Like, we have soft drinks. Those are sodas. We have hard drinks. Those are alcoholic drinks. We have light drinks. Those are diet sodas. We're in the fucking sweet spot to launch a heavy drink, man. We're in exactly the right kind of cultural climate to launch a Coke that has twice as much sugar as a regular Coke. Like a Coke 300 that has like 70 grams of sugar in it in 350 milliliters. I'm telling you, man. Is it disgusting? Yes. But there is a part of me that also thinks that this would be the single greatest tasting substance that's ever existed on planet Earth. There's no shot Coke 300 wouldn't be tasty, man. It's molasses. No, I'm not gonna make it. That's like spiritually vacant to pour sugar into your own Coke. But if they did that shit at the factory, I'd probably like sample one. But you could do it like Italian style. Or like, you know, Japanese style. You know when you order like a large soda in Japan and they give you like an espresso cup? It could be like that. It's like instead of having like a full-sized Coke, you could have like a 50 milliliter Coke 300 or something like that. Just think about it, man. It could go hard. Now we're talking. And then the thing is, the marketing writes itself. It's like, I can already see the magazine ad. Coke 300. Don't be a pussy. The TV ads are like, you just get somebody, I'm thinking like you get like a Mike Birbiglia type or something like that, drinking a Coke Zero. It's all the flavor of cola, but without any of the sugar. And then like a fist just like knocks him the fuck out from off the screen. Yeah, you got it exactly right. Terry Crews comes in, or Mark Wahlberg or whatever. Sorry, I didn't know you were a bitch. Coke 300! Ah! Could be good, man. Plus, I always like to see Mike Birbiglia and stuff. You should work in advertising. You could honestly replace the entire CeraVe marketing department with me. Hey, it's me, CeraVe. Hey, it's me, your skin, craving the ceramides in the nourishing lotion of CeraVe. The hell are you talking about? Please stop. We hate this ad. PTSD. God damn it. You get him too? Yes, sir. When I forget to use my Prime sub on Apollo and I go to his channel. Put the chip in the cap, man. We have energy drinks. Why don't we have sleepy drinks? This guy's never heard of triple IPAs. Beert. Yeah, that's so true. Beert. Codeine, baby. You can't say that. Lean is a drug. There's a squirrel in your room? That's Tomo, buddy. He's chill. What's the other view? Imagine. This little trick's gonna set us back like 10 hours. How do you shoot this one? That's right. This view kind of nice with it. We can go cinema after we shoot. The cinema was mediocre. Take her to the crib so I can stroke you. You know what I'm talking about, fellas? No, do you guys ever listen to the Mighty Souls of Mischief? Yes, sir. Yeah. Pull the plug, nurse. Turn this thing off. I'm dry. Neil Armstrong. I have a question that's a little problematic. I only speak English. It's already problematic. The idea of someone dirty talking but not in English is really funny to me. I apologize to the nation of Germany, but I have to use you as an example. Imagining like German dirty talk is very humorous to me. But is it the same in the other direction? Like if you're German, does the idea conceptually of English dirty talk strike you as very humorous? No, but I don't have much of a sense of humor. Oh, right. I gotta come up with another example real quick. With the British accent. Okay, well, yeah, with the British accent. I can see where you're coming at with that one. I just think that's way... Because, like, the English dirty talk simplifies the language, right? It becomes much more monosyllabic. But I feel like you can't do that in German, right? There's too many compound words. British is kind of hot. Okay, fucking dominatrix merchant, probably. Fucking old-ass mid-20th century fetishist. Probably into, like, smoking or something like that. Dude, British is kind of hot, man. Pull up your search history. Older woman smoking in pantyhose. Fucking, what are you talking about, man? Austin Powers merchant. So true. Oh, man. Can somebody answer my question, please? We're trying to learn something here. Hold. What was the question? The question was, is this your handwriting? Balatro's first birthday tomorrow. That's huge, actually. Rip Allen Ginsberg. You would have loved Balatro. Hold. What the hell? How can you play this for 5 hours without going crazy? Buddy, how can you like look at your phone on the couch for 5 hours and not go crazy? Unless... No! Those who know? Plus, it hasn't been 5 hours. It's only been 16 minutes. $16 hours? No, I don't think so. That's like a really long time. You know what is crazy to me? Is how close to intelligent that almost everybody is. Because people will come in here and really be like, you played this one level for 16 hours, but you only played fucking Skyrim for 8 hours? And you're like, yeah, buddy, you're a smart guy. What's Occam's razor? This shit is better than Skyrim. Sorry, the proof is in the fucking pudding. Occam's razor dictates you play the games that are the most fun. So I'm sorry, it's just more fun. That's rage bait? It's not. It's not at all. It's probably the best game on my fridge. I'll give it that for sure. At least until the Samsung fridge version of this comes out. But I don't know. That could be like years from now. Took me 70 hours to clear the most recent raid in Final Fantasy XIV. The thing is, 7 other people have to do it at the same time. You're making a compelling case for me playing the game. That's the first time I've ever been like, maybe I should play Final Fantasy XIV. I get it now, man. Well, I'm starting to get it. I'm never going to play it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to give you, like, false hope. Well, I don't know. Never say never. Hopefully, I never find myself compelled to play it. Because I have to imagine that it would follow, like, a very traumatic event in my life if I'm like, now's a good time to get into a MOBA. Now's a really good time to get into an 11-year-old MOBA. Or not MOBA, MMO. Sorry. Feels better, though. Feels better. Thinking of starting World of Warcraft for the first time at age 35. Your thoughts? That's what I'm saying, man. I would say do it, man. You really want to die? Do you want to, like, go to heaven not knowing what it's like to play World of Warcraft? I didn't realize how hardcore World of Warcraft was, by the way. When you play hardcore and someone dies, it does like a Hunger Games style memorial on the screen that's like, King Balthazar, level 61, just perished in the spider caves. That shit goes hard, man. That's kind of ruthless, man. Got scared for a second there. I was almost like, yeah, oh fuck, I gotta go play a real game. Oh shit, I gotta go to like Steam New and Trending and see. Well, I don't want to be rude to the game devs. It's not your fault. Most of you have really interesting ideas, but you're beholden to like a guy in a suit who's like, well, the KPIs are. It's not your fault, okay? It's not your fault. Why you gotta be so rude? Yes, sir. I love Canadian reggae. The song's kind of ass. They wish, they wish they were better in Sound Clash. You know what I'm talking about, VIP Daniel? Here, you sing the response. When the night feels my soul. Oh, hey, stand by ye. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. I love that song. Well, someone must have. Because they played my campus in 2010, I think. Hold. No Bants. I was just thinking about who played like my homecoming. I think I can't remember who played, or Frosh Week. I can't remember who played 06. I'm pretty sure like 07 was like Metric, and 08 was like the Sam Roberts band, and then 09 was Bedouin Soundclash. The fall off was legendary. Sorry if any members of Bedouin Soundclash are listening right now. I don't have anything against you as human beings. I just didn't really like the song. Metric? Yeah, dude, it was mid 2000s in Ontario, Canada. We put that Emily Haynes on everything, man. It was like Frank's Red Hot sauce. I got nothing against Sam Roberts' band either. Not my favorite band, but like, you know, if Sloan wasn't available, sure, send me Sam Roberts, man. That's all I got. I still like Brother Down as a song. I'm pretty sure that it's like it's the most Fruitopia commercial sounding song that's ever existed, but I'm into it. Too much of a hat wobble on that one. And then at Engineering Semi-Formal in 2010, I believe a band played that was called Current Swell. And I know that because halfway through the concert, they were like, say our name, Current Swell, Current Swell. And I gotta say, they knew what they were fucking doing because I remember their name 15 years later. So pretty good marketing technique, honestly. There we go again. Are you fucking with all Veves? Fucking if Robert Eggers directed a Blink-182 song? What are you talking about? Kafefi? Dude, what did he mean, man? What did he mean by that? What did he mean, man? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. We will never know. You hurry up, I'm scrubbed in for surgery. All right, wait. First off, what kind of surgeon are you? Are you like a real one or are you a scalpel merchant? Ball surgeon? This one's for you. You get 5 attempts directed towards yourself. That counts. Okay, that was 3. You got a pretty good one. That's an above average start. That's 4. That's 5. Okay. Best of luck to my brother on the table right now. I'd rather be the motherfucker in the chair than the dude on the gurney right now. Let me tell you that. Anyway, I'll see you in 2 hours when the surgery's done or whatever. If this bitch wakes up, it's over. Oh, man. Great image. Images you can read. I mean, images you can hear. That was a beautiful 3. Hey, Bacon Supreme. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. I'm one of the few people out there, I think, still preaching the bacon gospel. But I guess, like, I'm not beating the allegations of being a Redditor. But it could be worse. So-called bacon haters, when you ask them what the best part of a BLT is. The tomato. Fuck you, man. You could take the T out of a BLT and it would still be a B+. But if you took the B out of the BLT, that shit would be an F. Quick maths. Wrong, bitch. Okay, enjoy your LT sandwich, bro. Maybe I will. Not as much as I'm going to be enjoying my BL swell of racing. You know what? I'll take the LT sandwich, actually. I'll take the LT sandwich, I've decided. My bad. Dude, that would be a good bit, man. The LGBT, the BLTG sandwich. LGBT sandwich. Bacon, lettuce, tomato, and some shit that starts with a G. Guacamole. Yeah. Oh. You're the first person to think of this? Oh, shit. Oh, no. It's gonna be like a fucking... It's gonna be like a Kill Tony joke or something like that. Yes, but I'm telling the joke wokely, man. Yes. Wait. Going into Subway in 2026. Hey, can I get a foot-long Beyond Meatball sandwich on Italian herbs and cheese, please? Cheese and woke, sir. Yeah, cheese and woke. The only thing they do is they take it off of the Italian herbs and cheese. They put it on whole wheat or something like that. Stop. Buddy, we're getting so close. Like, yeah, the jokes are bad, but we're getting so close to a good one. I don't get the joke. The bread's gone woke, people. The bread's gone woke. Hang on, what'd you say, Chibley? Can you talk about Letterboxd some more? I miss getting 200 followers a day. We might be tapped out, Chibley, because I already talked. I was glazing you on Letterboxd again. I've spent 2 days glazing you for being a genuine Paddleton enjoyer. I was glazing you for using the Spanish picture of the gorge. El abismo secreto. And what did you watch? I was praising your courage for giving Companion 3 stars. Because I have not seen Companion. But to give it 3 stars, it takes real courage. Because I feel like you would be worried about being accused of being a misogynist. Because every other review I've seen of it is like 4.5 to 5 stars with hearts. It's a nothing burger movie, I'm afraid. Yeah, but I mean, it is February, you know? It's in the Good for Her cinematic universe. I like those movies, though. I like Midsummer. I like Barbarian. I do. It's a very Reddit take because that's where I see it. I see a lot of posts that are like, hey, the boyfriend in Midsummer really didn't deserve all that shit. And I'm like, counterpoint. He was rude. He was rude and dismissive. Now, did he deserve all this shit that happened? No, but like, not many people in the movie deserved that shit, to be honest. But like, I would have had more sympathy for him if he was nicer. Sorry, it don't cost nothing to be kind. It must be really uncomfortable to like be in a Swedish cult after Midsummer came out, and then like you're talking to people, and you're like, "Oh yeah, well I'm Swedish and I'm in a cult," and they're like, "Oh, like Midsummer," and you got to be like, "No, it's actually like a really harmful stereotype. Not all Swedish cults are like Midsummer, okay?" It's true, my fiance is Swedish in a way to listen, okay? Got the front door. I always want to see like a Midsummer too, though, where she has to reject the guy who like got her into the cult. Even though she's like the fucking May Queen or whatever at the end of the movie, and he's the only reason she's in the cult in the first place. And she's got to be like, I'm just not really, I don't really feel that much of a connection between us. But now it's like, it's fucked for him because he's like, fuck, she's like the May Queen or whatever now. This was fun and all, but I think I'm gonna go back to America. Good night. I believed. I let myself believe. That one looked very real, and I let myself believe. Pookie reveal. I need a Hereditary too. Absolutely. But told in the style of like a chronicle or something like that. Oh, hell no. Look at my goofy ass demigod, man. Is fucking the Alex Wolf from Jumanji, like just floating around the fucking town, being like, hey, build a fucking temple or something like that. So true. Hell no, you're tweaking, Paimon. No, send the Exorcist. Do people genuinely like Hereditary? Yeah, man, it's like one of my favorite movies. I put that shit on everything. It is Peem. Absolutely, man. They should do like an American remake of it. They could call it like Genetic or something. It's a 3, Midsummer's a 4.5. Okay, bitch. Actually, they're both 5s. Sorry I called you a bitch. Just because you disagreed with me on, on what to score 2 movies as. You can't just rate everything 5? Well, I gave The Color of Money a 2.5 for your information. And don't even get me fucking started on Nomadland. Boring ass movie. I gave Chasing Amy 1/2 star. I haven't seen it, but that seems like you're probably like on the lower end, right? The most vile shit just popped into my head as a comeback to somebody who didn't even insult me. They just made a joke. But I just want you to know. Basically, the verbal equivalent of a nuclear bomb popped into my head, and I have the strength not to press the red button. Because it's not the right thing to do. You didn't deserve that. Say it? I'm not going to say it. How good would it feel? It would feel really fucking good. Inevitably, I will say it at some point because now it's locked in my head and it won't go away until I say it. But it has to come out at the right time. Anyway. Beautiful. Wouldn't it be crazy if, like, we thought we were rolling the chip into the bottle cap, but after we get it, the fucking screen, like, drifts away, and it turns out that this is actually, like, Ender's Game type shit, and we were brute force hacking Steve Jobs' Apple ID password? They were like, congratulations, Ender. You got access to Steve Jobs' iCloud. What the fuck, man? That's a fan theory for Severance. Yeah, shut up. I'm literally farming Chia right now. It is going to be a bunch of Fruitarian audiobooks. Probably something like some really tragic environmental storytelling, like a book about how to be like a better dad or whatever. Am I the asshole? I yelled at my daughter, 8F, because her friend ordered a hamburger at dinner time. I said, don't you know how disgusting you smell? In my defense, she did smell really disgusting. Am I overreacting? My daughter's pissed because I told her I didn't name my computer after her. Yes, they do both have the same name. Am I overreacting? Fucking dickhead. He didn't shower? He did not shower, people. That is true. Yep. Steve Jobs' daughter, iPod. Hey, Dad. I was just wondering, is the iPod named after me? No, it stands for Integrated Piece of Digitality. Hold. My girlfriend came up with a good username, Natty King Cole. Okay, but I think you're missing a relevant piece of information. It's a good name, don't get me wrong. You're missing a relevant piece of information about your girlfriend, though. Well... You know, it'd be a good r/Northern Lion post. You know the meme where it's like you're on a 13-hour flight. Where are you sitting? And then it's like there's two people in each row, and you got to choose where you would like to sit. It would be that, but with like eras of the stream, man. Like, would you take the middle seat in between Isaac NL and Bazaar NL? I don't know. That could be kind of insufferable. Or maybe you're a type A and you'd be like interested or whatever. You're sitting next to the Squirt Squad or the Cream Team. Peak seat, definitely row 4. McDonald's Fortnite NL sponsored stream and Fallout New Vegas Let's Play NL. That would be a fucking trip, man. Those guys would not get along. Nightmare Blunt Rotation is definitely first hour of the NLSS Gaming News NL. Passing the blunt to Roundtable Podcast NL. Passing the blunt to sponsored video showing off my new PC NL. That's the nightmare spot. Hold. Hold. Dream blunt rotation? I would think that probably me at present is involved. Maybe I'm a little biased because I like am that guy. But I think so. Yeah, I think I'd put myself in there. I guess I can't not. Men shouldn't be allowed to have podcasts. That's sexist. Men should be allowed to have podcasts, but they can't be about working out, finance, or self-improvement until like we need to put it on like a wait list or something like that because they're full right now. I think you could... I'm always happy to see like another comedy podcast, a podcast about like a niche industry or something like that, but one more podcast that's like, you know, how to fucking like... Sorry, I have my own biases on my sleeve here, but like how to maintain mindfulness in the modern like business climate. Ah! What's the exact optimum amount of seconds to meditate in the morning before going to my job as a realtor? We'll take a dive into the recent scientific literature and have a soon-to-be disgraced Forbes 30 under 30 recipient to speak about that. Runtime, fucking 6 hours, 17 minutes. Fuck you. Something to listen to while perennium sunning, I guess, but... Hang on, hang on. I'm getting a colonoscopy next week. I'm going to have my doctor stream of conscious narrate it. Then me and my boys are going to roast his ass. That would be a good stream. Chiblee, we had a great stream idea, by the way. I'm not sure if you were here for it. It was like an hour and a half or 3 days ago. Are you here? Can I get a looking in chat from you, Chiblee, if you're here and you have your headphones on? That's fine. He's on his own journey. He's on his own journey. He'll be back at some point. What was the bit? You're not Chiblee. You're not Chiblee. How is this any different than a podcast? It's better? That's one big reason I would say. Thought that was a good 3, man. What was the verbal nuke you had? Someone insulted my movie taste, so I was going to say, whatever, dude, you jerk off to Street Fighter. Maybe I oversold it a little bit, but in the moment, I felt like Oppie when it popped into my head. With the goggles and shit. Chun-Li's hot, though? Not really. She's a thigh merchant. Chiblee, are you here? So, well, I didn't say there's anything wrong with it. I just... Well, there's something wrong with it. That's not what's wrong with it, though. Shit had like a tank tread on it. Did you see the... Got the damn chains on the tires. It went into the bottle cap and then came right out. Old. That would have been pretty sick. You think you'll be calling out for Chiblee when you're infirm? You really think I'm like a I just can't shake the cobwebs out ass? Huh? Come on, man. Going through a great run of form here. You mention your age every stream? Yeah, because I'm trying to fucking remember it without having to do 2025 minus 1,988 every time someone asks, man. I gotta commit that shit to the short-term memory. I should title my streams my age, Adele style. You're absolutely right, man. For like 6 months, I've been telling people I'm 36. Just found out yesterday I'm still 35. That's damn real, man. But also, that's what it's like to be in your mid-30s. It's like It doesn't matter. It's like if you were in like the 6th grade and you thought you were 10, people would be like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You're 12, idiot." But when you're 36, it's like, "Oh, you got your age wrong for a year? Whatever." 35, 36, 38, same shit. Ain't nothing good in the hood. I'd run away from this bitch and never come back if I could. Know what I'm saying? Hate her to love it. Yes, sir. You're younger than Hassan. That's crazy. That's not true. I'm older than Hassan, but that's really easy to do if you're just like born before somebody. Like it's effortless. Well, up to a point, I guess. Not to be dour. Fuck. It counted? For you, maybe. For you, not for me. Almost 17 minutes. We could get this before 17 for sure. You got a speech prepared for when you get this done? No, man. You know why? There is no meaning in finishing it. The meaning was in not giving up. It's a subtle difference, but it's an important one. Sexy ass 3. Giving up? It's only been 17 minutes? That's how people feel about cardio, though. They're like, I'm not sure I can keep turning the pedals for a whole episode of The Office. So, like, I mean, I'm not saying this is, like, as hard as riding a bike or whatever, but... Hold. Not even a ting. I was not doing it in Brad Pitt, Meet Joe Black style, okay? They make me restart on this one. They drug me. They bug me. They bug me to keep me from enlightenment. Mom, are you distracting yourself? You ever see that one? It's one of the funniest videos that anyone has ever made. A tip of the cap for that one. Makes me burst out laughing just thinking about it. Maybe like once a week, I'll just say she drugs me to Kate, and she laughs every time. That's how you know you've created like a singular piece of culture. I'll just be like getting water out of the fridge, and I'll go like, she drugs me. Is high velocity really the play for 3? Dude, we need a fucking like ESPN analysis of like every stream that happens with this game. Welcome back to Around the Horn. Another day, another whiff. No chips in the caps yet again. We're starting to wonder if this bozo's ever gonna get it. Yeah, I just don't understand why doesn't he practice 2 and 3 more? I mean, it seems like common sense. If you want to get the chips in the caps, you gotta practice the ones that are the hardest, you know? Honestly, I would love to do this with like a fucking full packed arena and a chorus of booze raining down on me. It wouldn't affect me at all. It wouldn't be the first time I've cried. You ever listen to Red Barchetta? Halfway through a 20-minute, 95% of FTP interval. Shit is fucking wistful. They'll call you Myrtle? I hope not, or whatever. Let's go! Pretty good one. A little heavy. Vector was a little fucked up on that one. I just got rejected for a job that's still up on the company website. Is this real? That shit would piss me off, man. Because, like, I think that they're just... I'm pretty ignorant of the way that things work in the corporate world, to be fair. But, like, aren't they just doing that shit to be, like... What if, like, the greatest candidate of all time applies for this? Like, they don't even need anybody. They're just, like, checking if the grass is greener on the other side. They ain't fucking with you. Yeah, that shit would piss me off, man. That's fine. HR just incompetent. Yo, you can't say that. That's offensive. How's the price of capital looking these days? Guys? Oh my God. Chiblee, I had an amazing idea. Chiblee's here. Chiblee, I had an amazing idea for a stream. You find a chatter who's nervous about flying, and then you get their flight number. Like, they tell it to you willfully, and you do a stream where you just track their flight on flight radar with, like, the thousands of people that would be in the chat to watch them. Can you imagine? I was thinking about how good the vibes would be, like when they're at 35,000 feet and then you see the altitude go down to like 34,900 and everyone's like, Mocha S! But then it goes back to 35,000 and everyone's like, yeah, Jacobs! But we did say it would be the worst stream of all time if the plane actually crashed. And you were like, oh my God, no. No, man, no! No! Thank you for the gifted subscriptions, everybody. Thank you. I gotta see this, man. The wobbler. Oh, look at, did you see the fucking bite that shit got, man? Did you see the, look, that was like a Pete Weber style fucking, look at this shit. Look at the backspin and the bite on number 3. Like number 2 was a little bit of a wobble merchant, but look at this number 3, man. Oh, it was like it's going way too fast and it went skirt. It did like, so, like, you know, in Looney Tunes when the coyote like digs his fucking heels into the road and like smoke and like sparks come out of his shit. Like this one, whatever. That one was just a little lucky. But this one... Acme ass. I'm gonna watch it one more time. I didn't see. I was looking at chat. I gotta watch it one more time. Let's see. I broke it. I wasn't looking. It's clean too. Like they're all in there clean, man. That's fucking sick, dude. I knew we had it in us today too. I knew we had it in us. Oh. What was that? 17 hours? Shit's longer than like Sad-Eyed Lady of the Lowlands, man. Next trick. Well, at this point, hang on. Let me at least go to the bathroom first. I'll be right back. Let me throw